What up? What up? What up, world? Week 16 continuing. We're back. It's Sunday morning. We're here for you guys, here to set your lineups, getting ready just after Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Hope everybody got what they wanted. I know that what everyone really wants is a fantasy championship. We all do. We all do. So, hope everyone's ready. I'm here today. Make sure, I'm here, good old classic Mike, to help you guys out with anything that you guys need. Start sit questions to get you guys through this fantasy playoff. And you know what? For those that didn't make the fantasy playoffs, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're all there in a lot of ways. We're here to help. We're even going to be doing some DFS as well. So we have some, value picks that I have for you guys. We're going to set a lineup. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. So don't worry. We also got actives, inactives, things like that. A couple of breaking news things that just happened a few minutes ago to let you guys be aware of so that everyone is aware. So hope everybody's enjoying their Sunday morning after Christmas. Maybe you're just waking up after, getting these toys together for the kids and, building everything yesterday. And, hopefully you're sitting down with a nice cup of coffee with a little bit of Jack in it and, enjoying the morning. So we got Al Davis in the house. What's going on? I was going to say, Dustin ain't up this early. Nope. Just me. I'm on the East Coast, my friend. Makes it easier for me to be awake, especially this early. So I am up and ready. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be answering questions throughout the morning, all the way up till 11:30. We will be doing inactives. Sorry, I'm going to be here till 12:30, but 11:30 is when we get the inactives and inactives. Inactives. So a couple notes just to kind of clear things up. This morning we got news. There was a little bit of, not confusion, but there was a report yesterday that stated that TravisKelce was activated from the COVID protocol, so he was technically off of it. But the thing with the protocols is that you can literally be thrown back on, or activated just means that you have a chance to play. In this case, TravisKelce had a chance to play. He tested positive today, still had symptoms. So automatically he goes right back on the list. So he will not be active for today. He will be inactive. So be aware of that. Hopefully you had a backup plan in place. If not, don't worry. I'm here to help. I know there's a few options out there that, you might be able to grab at the last minute. Hopefully someone didn't grab, people away from you. So you don't have, you can't use them. I've done that, and I consider I'm very good at, that's one thing I like to do. That I have control of the news from my, this particular channel. I also do a lot of my own stuff for my other leagues, so I'm glad that I'm able to grab these guys. There's a full list of people that are going to be in that, or that are on the COVID list that are going to be below me right here. Make sure you guys check those out. If you can see on there, you see Gabe Davis. He's going to be out for 2 weeks because he is unvaccinated. Cole Beasley does have a chance to be back next week. He had a 10-day quarantine period. Since it's 10 days, he has the ability to possibly come back. But unfortunately, where Gabe Davis came in, it's unlikely he will be back. So he's out for 2 weeks. Alexander Madison is also unvaccinated. There is a slight chance he won't be out, or he won't be available as well. I don't remember the exact day he got put on it, but like I said, he's unvaccinated, so that means it's a 10-day window for him to return. So players that are out today due to COVID some of them are injury as well, but TravisKelce will be out. Austin Eckler is going to be out today. Justin Jackson gets the start against the Houston Texans. He'll be someone we're going to be talking about shortly. Dalvin Cook, he will be out today. Alexander Madison gets the start against the Rams. Mike Williams, going to be out today due to COVID. Joey Bosa for the Chargers on the defensive side of the ball, he will be out. Jared Goff is still iffy, but Dan Campbell said he ain't playing, so he ain't going to be in your roster. Tim Boyle is going to be starting for the Detroit Lions. A late addition is Tyler Huntley. He is inactive today. Josh Johnson is going to be starting for the Baltimore Ravens, a journeyman quarterback that's been to many teams, Giants included, Jets, Bengals, Packers. He's been everywhere. He will be starting at quarterback today. We got Brandon Cooks, who will be out for the Houston Texans. We got Cole Beasley and Gabriel Davis, who I just said before. Andrew Whitworth for the Rams will be out today as well. That is Matt Stafford's left tackle. That's kind of significant. He's a little old, still kind of long in the tooth, but you know what? He's still good at football, still good at left tackle. Probably one of the better ones in the league. It's going to be they've been having a rough time with that line lately, so I hope that they're able to make arrangements to keep Stafford up. They have a good matchup against the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's going to mean that Tyler Higbee is going to be blocking a little more than he is going to be catching. So just be aware. And I also don't like that matchup for him anyway. Ramondre Stevenson is going to be out. For those who remember, Ramondre played a very big role against the Bills the last time they played. He stepped in when Damian Harris was out. Harris has been hurt. He will be starting and will be the main contributor for this particular game. So hopefully that all works out in that case. Josh Allen from the Jaguars, not the Bills. Josh Allen, the DN for the Jaguars, will be out today due to COVID. So will Laviska Shenault. He will be out as well. Hakeem Nicks for the Chicago Bears and Harrison Butker for the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be out today as well. A little bit of backstory. Not backstory, but a little bit of, he's also non-vaccinated as well, but he could play next week. A little bit of news from that. It's very windy, 25 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts out at Arrowhead. Be aware if you have Boswell or Fry, might not want to use them today. Might want to find an indoor option. And all right. Other news that we got today for the Washington football team, Antonio Gibson. He has been not practicing all week. Now, this is a Sunday night game against the Dallas Cowboys. He is listed right now as questionable. He aggravated the turf toe. He is a game-time decision, but there is some optimism that he will go. Meanwhile, Curtis Samuel is considered a game time, but not really much, not as much optimism for him. That's a report that I got this morning. I'm still not big on Gibson in general, so be aware. Damian Harrison has shined against the Bills before injury, before injuring his hamstring. Should be good to go today. He hasn't played since that game, so it's been about 2 weeks or so. So he's going to, as far as we're aware, he's questionable. He should be back. Patriots like to label everybody as questionable. It is what it is. David Johnson was limited with a quad injury and is listed as questionable, but he is not expected to play. So it will probably be Rex Burkhead starting for the Houston Texans going against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Panthers, Sam Darnold is expected to play today and likely to play a lot. This is per Ian Rappaport. The plan going forward and why he's likely to take over as the starter to finish out 2021. Cam has been having a rough time. Cam's going to probably start this game, but he ain't going to finish it. So just be aware of that in this particular game. So I have another note about protocols that was given today by Tom Pelissero. He said, under new protocols, a fully vaccinated player can be cleared with 2 negative tests taken concurrently. So that means not 24 hours apart. So you can have 2 tests. As long as you have 2 tests that are negative, you can come in. So if Kelce tests out on game day, he can play. But in this case, he didn't. And if he doesn't, he's inactive and the Chiefs are down a roster spot. So that's what ended up happening in this situation. He didn't test out. Tyreek Hill, on the other hand, did test out. He will be playing in this game today. So there's Tyreek Hill. He will be in today. He tested out as of yesterday. So he will be there. So Mahomes will have some weapons. So I'm not really too concerned about that. Um, so like I said, we have a lot of people out with COVID. There was 178 or 176 people out as of yesterday, I think it was. It's a lot of people. It's spreading rampant. This new variant is very easy to transmit, but you get I guess it's lesser symptoms, so it's slowly, it is what it is. But either way, just be aware. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. We got a question now. Cold Clamps, what's going on, man? Cold Claps, what's going on? Hope everything's good. Hope you like the channel. Please make sure you like and subscribe below. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm here every morning. But I'm here to help you with your particular start sit questions. You're asking Ronald Jones or Antonio Brown, I'm assuming, as AB. And it's non-PPR for me. I automatically, if it's a flex question, not all the time, but about 90% of the time, I'm probably going to lean you towards the running back. And the only reason why I do that, more guaranteed touches. It's not guaranteed that he's always going to catch the ball unless he has just, stick him on those gloves. But either way, Ronald Jones is more guaranteed to touch. He could get anywhere between 20 and 30, touches today. Antonio Brown could get anything from, he could get 6 touches, but they could go for 110 yards. There's too much of a gap for me, even though he's the top option. I think teams are going to try, I know it's hard to stop Brady with the quick release and everything. But I think Ronald Jones will have a day. I think he's one of those mid-tier RB2s that can have an RB1 day. Carolina is good, but I think that their defense is going to get worn out pretty quick, and Jones can go, Jones is one of those home run hitters as well. So I really like Jones a lot in this matchup. And, I'm going to talk about him in a little bit for DFS. He's a steal in DFS. So I'm going to go Ronald Jones for this. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions or need any other, advice about anyone else, please let me know. I'm here until about 12:30. Like I said, we're going to be doing DFS value picks in a little bit. I'm just, waiting for actives and inactives to give you guys a better idea of what's going on. We will have those in about 18 minutes or so. Sometimes I get early news as we go, but for now, if you have any other questions, please let me know. I would love to help. That's what I'm here for. So. All right. So as we get closer to game time, we have all these guys out. If you guys have questions about any guys that, their practice routines or their injury reports or anything like that, let me know. I have everything up in front of me. So yeah, we're just waiting for these actives and inactives for you guys. I want to make sure you guys have all up to date information. So yeah. We don't have a lot of people in here, so anyone that's watching that wants to ask questions, I'm here for you. So yeah, hope everyone's having a great day. I have my matchups this week. I'm in a quote unquote toilet bowl. I'm 3-12 in one league, but I'm 12-3 in another league. So I'm hoping that my teams do well today. I got Josh Allen going against the Patriots. I have Saquon Barkley going against the Eagles. Not really thrilled about that matchup, but it is what it is. I had Jonathan Taylor have a underproductive day for him. And I also had Nick Chubb go yesterday. Both did okay. My opponent had Devontae Adams, and he ended up doing well. So I'm a little behind, but his running backs he's got 4 running backs that are borderline, RB3s, Amir Abdullah, Duke Johnson, Rashad Penny, and I forgot the other guy off the top of my head, and one other guy, but they're all in that range. So we'll have to wait and see how that matchup goes. I'm very excited for that league. I'm facing the number 4. He's a big rival of mine that I enjoy facing any week. We are, like I said, we talk a lot of crap to each other, and it's a good time. It's a good time. I love that league. For my other league, I got Matthew Stafford starting with Stephon Diggs. T. Higgins hoping to have another big day against Baltimore. They're down a bunch of corners today. So anyone in this Cincinnati game, if you have anyone from Cincy, I'm playing. I think they're going to have, I think it's going to be like last time. James Robinson going against the Jets, liking that matchup too. Dawson Knox against New England. He did okay last time. I'm going to just roll with it. I don't really have many other options. I like it though. Justin Jackson, I picked him up, lucky to get him. So for me, can't wait. Excited about that. Sony Michel, I have on the bench. I picked up Tyler Johnson. He's a good option as well. Just kind of seeing how that plays out. But we shall see. So just wait until game time or until we get the actives and inactives. We got another 15 minutes or so. I'm sorry that I'm kind of just rambling here, just trying to find things to talk about. Kind of went through all my news real quick. So there's not much else that's really out right now. Hey, look who it is. Patrick. Yo, Merry Xmas, guys. What's going on, Patrick? Hope everything is good with you and yours. Hope you had a wonderful holiday and got everything that you asked for. I know I did. Very happy. Had a very good Christmas with the family. Got a lot of gifts, a lot of things that I enjoyed. So very happy for this Christmas. So hope everyone is having a good Christmas as well. So if you have any questions, Patrick, let me know. You kind of have the floor. There's really no one here. A lot of people are enjoying the morning with their family, and traveling and stuff like that. So you got me all to yourself, my friend. I'm not even, we can even talk Giants for a minute, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not watching the Giants game. I'm happy that they're playing a rookie just because, there's no point in playing anybody else at this point. Jake Fromm looks all right, but not excited about any of it. Patrick goes, I just squeaked by, was down 6 points and had Metcalf left Tuesday night and almost benched him for Van Jefferson. Thank God. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that you got by. Hope that we were able to help. That Cook. I'm wondering, did you end up playing Cooks over Van Jefferson? Because if you did, good for you. You had a great day. I'm never going to be high on him with David Mills throwing him the ball. But if he did well for you and you were able to play him, good for you. I'm more happy for you than I am for me. I want to get them right. I want to make sure I get all the answers right for you guys. I want you guys to be very happy with your choices. So, or at least listen to my advice in some cases. Good for you. Good sticking to your convictions. I like it. We got Adrian Peterson. What's up? Or sorry, let me rephrase. Beat your son. I love it. So Adrian goes Gesicki or Kyle Pitts. That's a great question. They both have really good matchups. I like Gesicki in this matchup because of Malcolm Jenkins and Demario Davis are going to be out for this game. So I like the Gesicki matchup. Kyle Pitts I like too, going against the Detroit Lions. So for me, either one of these is fine. I'm probably going to rate Gesicki a tad higher. I like Pitts, though. I just don't trust Matt Ryan. For some reason, something about him. I like the matchup for him, but I don't know. The Lions have been playing tight lately on defense. They're hungry. They don't like being in last. They want to give other people problems. I think the Dolphins have a little more to play for. They're going to be, the Saints defense might be a little gassed. I like Gesicki a little more in this matchup, but it's great that you have those two options. Good for you. Patrick goes, my wife says hello. She said she hears your voice enough on Sundays. Well, hello. How you doing? That's what I'm, I'm glad that I can be. I'm glad that I'm welcomed into everybody's home. That's what I'm here for. That's what I love doing. Um, my girlfriend hates it. She hates me talking about football, but she loves that I'm in my own little room that I can talk to everybody, about it. She lets me do my thing. I love her for it. So it's just funny to hear. So hello, hope everyone's doing well. Hope the family is well. Hopefully you gave your daughter something nice, even though she's picked you, Smaji P ran that 1 week. Okay, I have one flex open. Van Jefferson or Josh Palmer from the Chargers. Sucks Cook is out. Yes, true. Honestly, these are two really good matchups. Both are really good options in my opinion. They have really good matchups. Josh Palmer is a little bit more on the upswing for me. I like him a lot. He's going to be the number 2 with Keenan Allen. And I think they're going to be able to stretch the ball a little bit in Houston. Van Jefferson's kind of taking a back seat slightly to OBJ. And he's had a lot of drops lately. So for me, I just feel a little bit more comfortable with Palmer. I like both quarterbacks. I like both matchups, with the corners and everything against these guys. Minnesota is miserable against the pass. So is the Houston Texans. But for me, I am just a little bit more on the Josh Palmer side. So that's who I'm going to pick for you here. Adrian asking another question. We got Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, and Scary Terry. Start 3. So right away, I'm going to tell you Keenan. I'm going to tell you Chase, and I'm going to tell you Tyreek. I am keeping Odell and Terry away, especially Terry McLaurin. I don't trust the matchup today against the Cowboys. I just don't like it. Keenan Allen, I love in this matchup. Chase, I love in this matchup. Tyreek, I like as well. I know he's coming off COVID. There has been a study done or like something that was talked about. I forgot who it was off the top of my head, but they did say that a lot of people coming off COVID, they do tend to ease back in. So if he normally gets 100% of the snaps, he might only be getting 80 to 70 today. So be aware of that. But it wouldn't, for me, it doesn't hinder. And we also don't know how it affected Tyreek unless him. So for me, I might just kind of stick with what I got here and go with Keenan, Chase, and Tyreek. Those are your top guys. Those are your bread and butter. Always play your studs when you can. I love those 3 guys today. I'm actually trying to play them in a DFS as well in some situations. Jackson Neely, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. If you haven't been a part of it before, make sure you like and subscribe below. We're here every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 Eastern. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I can help you out. So should I play it safe and bench Gibson? If so, do I go Josh Jacobs or Javonte Williams? So what I will tell you is, yes, you should play it safe. I do not trust the Gibson situation. So, and you have to wait until the 8:00 game to even find out if he's playing. So unless you have somebody like, I don't know, Duke Johnson or Myles Gaskin or I don't know, someone that's going to be in that later game, I would not trust this at all. Unless you get word from I got a report saying that the team is optimistic. I've heard that before. So I don't trust it. He has been playing okay through injury. I do like Gibson as a player, but when he's hurt, it's hard to trust. I love Javonte Williams a lot more than I do any of these other guys. Jacobs I do like a little bit, but I prefer Javonte Williams. I know he's splitting carries, but he tends to do a little bit more with the carries than most people do. And I just like his production. To me, he's a mid-range RB2, maybe the low end of RB2, but he can give you RB1 numbers any day of the week. So I'm going to go with Javonte Williams here. Adrian goes kicker, Nick Folk or Tyler Bass? Good question. They're both playing in the same game. It's a little windy, not too windy. So now it's more based on who do you think is going to, get to the 30-yard line and stall. which team is more likely to get this done. For me, I feel like Tyler Bass. I like Tyler a little more, but Nick Folk's been a little bit more consistent. I think the running game will be enough. I think they were fine in the last game. I know it's so hard to gauge this particular game because of the fact that there was wind last time, a little wind today. It's not crazy. If I remember checking it this morning because I was like, should I play any of the receiving options today for the Bills or the New England Patriots? And I'm looking at my weather chart right now. So at 1 p.m., it's going to be 16-mile-an-hour winds with gusts at 24 miles an hour. It's not going to be in the 50s this time, so kickers are a little bit easier to pick from. I'm going to have to lean Nick Folk just because he's had a better production. Bass can still kick it pretty well. Bass definitely has more upside because he kicks it farther. But I like Nick Folk though. I like Nick Folk. He's one of the most accurate kickers, so I'll take it. Patrick is going, I'm playing my cousin. He finished first and we split season series. Okay. But I beat him early when he had Derrick Henry. He's stacked with guys, but so far I'm up 15 and we have the same amount of guys left. It's crazy. Cooper Kupp has 25 projected points. Always understand that he's probably not going to have that many points at the end of the game. I normally kind of tweak it to about 4 or 5 less for my own sanity. You don't want to go crazy. Oh, you had Henry. Oh, that's my bad. Well, either way, you had Henry. He's stacked, but you know what? I believe in you. I believe in you. Adrian with another question. Renfrow or Metcalf or AB? So we have AB, Metcalf, Renfrow, start 2. So this is hard for me. I really enjoy Hunter Renfrow. He was one of my favorite, guys that have been, doing well lately. But unfortunately, teams have kind of found to double team him a little bit more. So for me, I just, he's been having a rough couple weeks. My brother's has this situation as well. He has Hunter Renfrow, and he played Michael Pittman over him, and guys like Jalen Waddle and Keenan Allen and all that. But to give you perspective, the last few weeks where he's put up stinkers, which was last week against Cleveland, he only had 5 targets. Before that, he had 14 and 10. I think that's what people were riding. He usually averages anywhere between 7 to 10 targets after Waller's been out. Otherwise, I don't mind Metcalf and I don't mind AB. AB is going to be getting Stephon Gilmore. He's coming off of injury. Metcalf is going against Chicago, so I feel comfortable with that matchup, even though Chicago kind of shut down, Minnesota last week. I'm okay with Metcalf for sure, and it's kind of between Renfrow and AB for me. But it's really tough. I'm going to go AB, and it's only because I think that Carolina is going to have to worry about a lot of people today, even Ronald Jones. So I think they're going to have to spread it out a little more than they normally are. I like Stephon Gilmore, but he hasn't been the same. I think I'm going to stick with AB for now. So AB and Metcalf for me today. So hopefully that's helpful. So we got another minute until we get, more stuff. Hold on one sec. Why would you pick him up? You idiot. Sorry, I'm looking at my league transactions and people and stupidity. So yeah, we got actives and inactives about to come in. It's about 12:30 or 11:30. Wow. So we're just waiting to hear all the news. So we just found out that the Jets have put Quentin Williams. He has been placed on COVID reserved. Good for me. If you have James Robinson, that is good news for him. Quentin Williams has been very good this year. So Where am I ranked in my league? So in my league, I have two rankings. I'm 3-12 in one league. I am 12-3 in another. Um, so for me, it's I'm having a rough couple days, kind of a rough outing in one league. That's my redraft league. But my dynasty league, I'm doing very well in. I have Cooper Cup and Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, Miles Gaskin, most of their backups, Josh Allen, all these guys. But the one thing about that league is it's a salary capped dynasty league, so it's a little bit different. I wrote about that in my in the articles that are on the website at getrightff.com. So just be aware of that if you want to learn more about those leagues. It's a great league, great type of situation. So if you ever want to know, reach out. My super tag is right below. I'm always willing to chat about that. I love Dynasty and my salary cap league. So getting more actives and inactives for you right this minute. Lions, DeAndre Swift, he was questionable all week. He is going to be an inactive today. So it looks like Jamal Williams will get the start, or they might be running Craig Reynolds. We'll see. It is what it is. We got Bills inactives. We got Matt Breida will be inactive today. Okay, so that means Zach Moss will get the be available for today's game. Good for him. Looks like Damian Harris, Kendrick Bourne, and N'Keal Harry. He will be available too for the Patriots, so that's good for them. It looks like Derwin James is going to be active for the Chargers. Good for them. Eagles, looks like Nick Sirianni will be available. There's not much available otherwise. All right, let's just double check. All right, so that's all I got right now. Oh, we got the Bengals and Ravens getting in their actives and inactives. It looks like Lamar Jackson is, in fact, inactive, which we kind of knew. It looks like Patrick Richard is also out as well. He's a Pro Bowler. He will be out. And Duvernay will be out as well. It's kind of a big deal for their kick return game. So sorry about that. I'll give you guys more information when I get it. Patrick goes, Metcalf been screwing me, but every week this is going to be the week, and Brady screwed me last week. So, yeah, that tends to happen. Patrick goes 3-12. That's 15 games. We do 14. Oh, yeah. No, we do 15 because we do a 4-team playoff. We do not use the bye week. We don't have 6 guys in and have a bye week. It's just because we have a 10-team league. It just makes things a little bit easier and a little bit more fun. So that's why we do that. Patrick goes, I have Jamal Williams. Should I play him now over Palmer? That's a tough question. Flex options, I usually like going with the running back, but they've been running this kid, Craig Reynolds, pretty well, and he looks good. So I don't know how much they're going to really give it to Williams. I know Palmer is active and ready to go, so I think I'm a little bit more towards the Palmer side. But like I said, running backs are not guaranteed, but they are more likely to get it. They're more likely to get the touch than they are the wide receiver. So just be aware. I mean, Patrick goes, both have great matchups. They do. So either one is good for me. I like Palmer a little bit better. Adrian goes, how long is Mike Williams out for? That's a great question. I don't know his vaccination status. But if he's unvaccinated, let me just double check to see when he was put on the COVID list, because that gives me a better idea of when he was put on the 25th. If he is unvaccinated, he will not be playing next week. So be aware of that. If he is unvaccinated, he will not play next week. It's a 10-day turnaround. They will not allow, or it doesn't matter. You ain't coming back for 10 days. And 10-day window for people to be able to play would have been The 19th. No, not the 19th. I'm very wrong. The 21st, I think. Or the 22nd or 23rd. If you're unvaccinated, you have a better chance of coming back. So, should I drop Mike Williams for DJ Moore? Wow, you have DJ Moore available in your league? Wow. I don't know. I wouldn't do it right now, and I don't trust DJ Moore to begin with. And if Sam Darnold plays and gets more run, then I might be considering it, but I do not like it as long as Cam is in there. So just a little side note. So inactives, we have Austin Walker and Michael P. Ryan and Jamison Crowder for the Jets. They will all be out today. Looks like Michael Carter will be starting. And the only option they have at wide receiver is Keenan Cole, just for those who are aware. And a little inside joke in my other league. Adam Thielen is active today. So he will be active. That's good for him. He's been out the last few weeks with a high ankle sprain. He will be back today. DJ Moore will be activated today. So DJ Moore is active. I don't know how much I trust him, though. Sam Darnold is also active, but listed as the number 2 quarterback. It does not mean that he won't play. Just doesn't mean that he will play today or, start the game. Rams inactives, as we all heard, or if you didn't hear yesterday, Cam Akers has been activated off the IR list, but the caveat to that is he is not going to play this regular season. So he's probably not going to be at all in for the rest of this particular fantasy playoffs or anything like that. Just be aware of that. But here's the thing that kind of stinks. If you've been holding him on your IR, he's going to be practicing. So what they're going to do is list him as questionable as of tomorrow. So if you're looking to make moves, unfortunately, you're going to have to put him back in your lineup to then put him back on the IR when they list him as out the next, Friday or whatever it is. So be aware of that, just because that is kind of a big deal. Cam even being back I don't get it. So just as a little bit of a wrap up, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, Damian Harris, Derwin James, all will be starting or all be active today. Inactive, DeAndre Swift, Jamison Crowder, David Johnson, all those guys will be out today as well. So be aware of that. If I get more news, I will let you know. Adrian, honestly, I don't think I would. I would keep Mike Williams till for a fact he is, if he's vaccinated. If he is, I wouldn't drop him. If he isn't, I would. Maybe for DJ Moore, but if you have a better option, I'd probably go that route. Frank going, what up, Mike? What up, Frank? Merry Christmas, my friend. Hope all is well. Plenty of room on here if you want to come on. So let me know if if you want to jump on. Otherwise, hope you're enjoying your Christmas with you and yours. And yeah, love seeing you here, brother. If you have questions, let me know. So Patrick goes, I thought everyone had to be vaxxed to play. So why did Antonio Brown get fake ID card if he didn't want to take? He should have just said he don't want to take it. Yeah, well, people were doing stupid shit in the beginning because they had no idea what to expect. I think a lot of people are still in that boat with unsure. Oh, side note, Le'Veon Bell for the Bucs is going to be active. Don't think it's going to affect Ronald Jones. Don't worry about that. So, yeah, I don't know why that happened. He was an idiot. I think a lot of people were very, nervous about everything. They weren't sure about the protocols and all that. So I think it is what it is. No, what pisses me off when the other teams who aren't in the playoffs still continue to make moves and take guys like Cam. Why it wouldn't make a difference? Guess it's an honor thing. Yeah. So in my league, I have guys that, we have 4 teams in the playoffs, but like me and this other guy at the bottom, we're still in it. We're still trying to fight to get out. That doesn't matter. We also have a keeper league, or this is the keeper league that we have. keeper league means you can keep players till next year. So you're looking to grab everyone you can before the end of the season. So the guys that are in that 5 to 8 range are kind of just doing nothing for the next 2 weeks. And that helps the people up top. But me and, the guy that I have don't help the guys at the top. But that's on them. They have to kind of, that's how you have to kind of fight through it. I think next year we're going to have it be a little bit more competitive for those 5 and 8, 5 through 8 teams, so that everyone feels a little bit more, like they have a stake in the game, so that they're a little bit more competitive even going through. So hope everyone, gets that. It looks like Kadarius Toney is going to be active today. He was in quad COVID ramp up. I don't understand what that was. He's active. I wouldn't expect much from him, just to be aware. So Adrian says, I personally prefer when guys still try at the end. Makes it harder for me to enjoy the competition. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like in one league, I had a guy in our dynasty league, we called him out on it yesterday. He left in James Conner, and he didn't play AJ Brown, and left 25 points. Left 25 points on the bench, and and he got 0 points. So now the team he's facing pretty much have a win. So it is what it is. But I don't mind people being able to, do things during the playoffs. It's just my own personal thing. I understand the reasoning for the other people that are not allowing it. I get your reasoning too. Those guys are in the playoffs. They're the only ones that should have, ability to go through and, pick up whoever they want. But you know what? In keeper situations, you should only be able to pick up guys that you're looking to keep, unless you're playing for something. So that's why I'm looking to make it so that everyone can kind of play for something, and make it where it's a little bit more competitive, in my opinion. So we got Wilson in the house. What up, Classic Mike? What up, Wilson? How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Hope everything is going swell for you. Frank goes, I don't allow moves for the guys not in the playoffs, but they still play hard. Yeah, I mean, that's the fun here. You can either allow it or not, and it's based on your particular setup. A lot of people are, a lot of leagues have had different situations. Most people put that in place when someone had something happen in the past where, like, a guy at the bottom kind of just went, screw the guys at the top, and they grab everybody so that no one else can grab them. I've seen that before. To screw a guy at the top that they might have lost to or something like that. So for me, I understand it, but for me, other situations, I don't. I try to make sure everyone feels like they can play every week instead of just sitting out the last two. You're paying the amount of money that you should be able to play all the way through. Like, for our league, it's $200. You should have the ability to play from week 1 to week 17 and, get all the way through instead of just being done at 15 and that's it. So we got to work that out, but that's between our league. Wilson goes, do I start Justin Jackson or Alexander Madison against the Rams? I like Justin Jackson a tad more, but the caveat to it is he does have Joshua Kelly behind him. He does have Lamar Townsend, I think his name is. They're all kind of going to be interchanged. Madison's by himself, and they have this other guy. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to try. But he's their like passing down back. But I think Madison's going to get 20 to 25 carries. I just like the matchup better for Justin Jackson. So I'm gonna say Justin Jackson. I'm playing both of them in DFS though. They are a steal in DFS. Frank goes, keeper is different as they are keeping them for next year. Yeah, that's how I feel. If it's a keeper league, that's one thing. If it's redraft, I would not allow that either because, yeah, you might as well. But keeper is kind of redraft and dynasty. It's kind of like the same thing in a way. So for me, our league, we let everybody kind of, it's a free for all for the most part. We still have the waiver picks and stuff. Still got to, try. So Patrick goes, been holding on to a waiver pick for weeks now, and I'm second on waiver, but these guys grab people up. Yeah, well, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Drunk Squidward goes, is Miles Sanders worth a start? This is all I'm going to say. If you have someone better, I would play them. I'm not saying that he's not a good start. The Giants are not the greatest defense right now, coming from a Giants fan. They aren't the best, so I get it. Hurts got shut down the last time. Not saying that's going to happen this time, but they had a good scheme against him last time. They played well. So all I'm going to say here is he's probably at the low end of high end RB3 in my opinion. He's got Boston Scott, Jordan Howard behind him. So you got a couple, too many cooks in the kitchen. So I would be very scared to play him in most situations. So that's all I'm going to say about that at this point. So just be aware of those things. All right. We got Patrick going. I guess you could benefit. I guess it could benefit you as now your competitors can't grab him as well. Yeah. So Adrian going, for me, I prefer the bottom feeders to get the scraps. That's what that way my real opponents can't build my team. So I don't have to worry about it at the end. My team is stacked. Good. Well, at least you don't have to worry about stuff. For some leagues, they are worrying about it and they all bitch and moan about it. That's why for me, it doesn't matter. Frank going, is Gibson playing? Honestly, I don't know. There was a report out that came that said Antonio Brown, who did not practice all week, is questionable after aggravating his turf toe and is a game time decision. Sources close to the situation say there is some optimism that he goes. So he could play. I just don't trust it. If it's a 8:00 game, if you have better options, I'd play them. Unless you have a guy like Pollard or Zeke Pollard, Duke Johnson, Myles Gaskin, that type of realm of player around that type of, Gibson play. If Gibson's not playing, you at least can go to somebody that's worth it. But if I would play someone better than Gibson. So turf toe is not easy to come back from and not easy to play with. So just be aware of that. All right. So now that we got all that out of the way, we got another 40 minutes till we get to game time, till I'm out of here, but another almost an hour and 10 minutes till we get to game time. Today for you guys, like I said, I'm going to continue to do daily fantasy values. So if you guys are into DFS, these guys aren't a sponsor, but I'm still going to push them. FanDuel is probably one of the better sites for it. You can also check out Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy, if you use the promo code GETRIGHT, in this particular case, they will honor and give you 100% of what you put in. So if you're brand new to them, if you use this promo code GETRIGHT, they will match whatever you put in 100%. They do have pick'em games, which are, against player stat lines. Do you think that it will be over or under how many yards, for Josh Allen to rush, things like that. They have a bunch of games like that. They do have a daily fantasy as well. It's a little different. You have to draft your team with other people. It's interesting. FanDuel does that too, but it's a little bit different. And they have more players. Usually it's only 3 or 6 for Underdog. But they also have other sports as well. They have golf, hockey, basketball, anything you want to talk, anything you want to get your hands into, they are great options. So please make sure you guys use promo code GETRIGHT at Underdog Fantasy when you first sign in and register. They'll match it. So hope you guys enjoy that. Today we're going to be using FanDuel. I use FanDuel all the time for my particular daily fantasy, but I'm going to answer Frank's question real quick. We got Penny, Singletary, Gibson, Carter, start 2. I'm assuming this means Michael Carter. It looks like he'll be the only guy in town for them today. He's the only guy there in general. Miles Jack is also out for the Jaguars. I think the Jets are favored by 1.5, if memory serves me. But I don't like Gibson in this equation. I'm going to take him out. So for me, it's probably going to be between Penny, Singletary, and Carter. I think Singletary is a better back, but I think Carter's going to be used. So I think I'm going to go Carter and Penny. Those are going to be my 2 choices. I don't like Penny a lot. I'm only picking Penny because he has the ability to do well. Hakeem Nicks is out as well for the Bears. He's their big run stopper. So I like Penny, even though he's got a lot of guys in the kitchen. Singletary doesn't. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch that. I'm going to go Singletary and Carter, just because I know Singletary is in a tough matchup. Yes, DeAndre Swift is out as well. So I'm going to stick with Singletary and Carter for this. I think Carter has a good matchup and a good situation. Singletary as well, I think, can do well today. He ran well against them last time. So I'm going to go with that. I don't trust Penny. I know what he's been doing. I know he has the ability to score, but I'm not a big fan. Drunk Squidward. Pollard or Miles Sanders? That's a great question. Pollard, in my opinion, he's got the plantar fasciitis, and he tore it. He could make it worse, but he played real well last week. So it's hard not to play him, honestly. And he's got a really good matchup against the Redskins. Giants are pretty poor against the run as well. I just don't like all the cooks in the kitchen there. It's just something about that matchup just doesn't sit right. Doesn't sit right with me at all. Let me see. Washington football team is 13th against running backs. The Giants are 24th. I think I'm going to go Pollard. I think he's a better running back. I think they use him more in the passing game. I think that game's going to be a little tighter than you think it might be. Defense, usually plays well. They're going to be on, where are they playing? Oh, they're in Dallas. Yeah, go Pollard. I think I'm going to go Pollard here. It's hard to trust Miles Sanders. I know that he had a good week last week. If memory serves me, what did he do? He put up, what did he put up last week? There he is. He put up 130 against the Washington. Yeah. So if he can put up 133 against Washington, I can see Pollard doing that too. So I think I'm going to go with Pollard. I just like him better. I just like the way he runs. I think he's the better option. So I'm going to go with him. All right. So, like I said, I do a daily fantasy stuff with you guys around now. I'm going to break down some, DFS values, but I'm also going to try to give you guys a little strategy going in as well. So to start off, we got QBs. We have Jalen Hurts at 7,700 against the Giants. That's a really good deal. Like I said, unfortunately, last time he played the Giants kind of shut him down a little bit. So be aware of that if you're going to use him today. Joe Burrow, 7,100 against Baltimore. That's not a bad deal. Baltimore's down about 6 or 7 D-backs. I know that Jimmy Smith is going to be out for this game. So this is going to be a fun game to watch. Matt Ryan, I don't like him. He's $6,800. You can you can kind of put him with Pitts or you can put him with Russell Gage. But it's a good matchup for him, so not a bad option. Drew Lock going against the Raiders, $6,600. That's not a bad deal at all. I don't like Drew Lock in general, but it's not a bad matchup for him. So good option. And the other is Trevor Lawrence, $6,500 against the Jets. If you want to go down this road, you can. I would prefer to kind of stay up at the upper echelon of what's out there. There's not a ton out there, but it's better than the alternatives. Let me just get give you an idea. So for quarterbacks, you can pay up for Patrick Mahomes at 8,700 if you really want to. Josh Allen at 8,500. Tom Brady at 84. Justin Herbert at 84 as well. I like the Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford area. They're a little bit lower. I like Stafford a tad better, but with Andrew Whitworth out, I don't know how much I like it, but we'll see. Running backs. There's not many top options, and a lot of these guys got put on COVID at the last minute, so there's a bunch of guys at the top that no longer are here. So the top options this week are Najee Harris at 8,400 and James Robinson at 8,200. You also have Joe Mixon, Cordero Patterson, and Saquon Barkley just, to round out that $7,000 mark. Those guys, if you want to play them, go for it. But I would probably only pick from Joe Mixon and James Robinson. Chris Jones will be back for the Kansas City Chiefs today, so he will be in. So that kind of slows down that whole offense. It's windy there in Kansas City, so just be aware of that too. Ben isn't great at throwing the ball, so be aware. So value picks that we have today, there are a lot of value picks. So Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon are both 6,300 against the Raiders. I like both of them. It's a great matchup. Alexander Madison for 5,500. We were talking about him before. He's going against the Rams. He will be getting probably 20 to 25, maybe 30 touches today. He's not a bad option against the Rams, who have let up some, big runs as well. We got Ronald Jones for 4,500 versus Carolina. I like it. He's kind of the only guy there. I know Le'Veon Bell's active, but that don't mean anything to me. But either way, he's $4,500 or $5,400. Then you got Justin Jackson against the Texans. He's my big pick today. He is $5,400 going against the Texans. Like I said, the only caveat is you got Joshua Kelly and Roundtree there. It's a little bit, just be careful. But I like his matchup a lot more than most. They already said that he is going to be the starter and get that type of workload. So be aware. The next options, wide receiver. We got Cooper Kupp today at $9,800 for FanDuel. That's huge. And I will suggest for a lot of people to play Cooper Kupp regardless of the scenario and kind of work around that. So you got Keenan Allen. He's a value pick today, $7,700 against the Texans. Antonio Brown against Carolina at $7,000. That's a great price for him. Another pick for somebody that's been consistent and has been a little bit better as of late. I'm just going to look up some numbers real quick because I remember hearing about this before, and I want to get you guys the right stats so you guys understand where I'm coming from here. So since week 10, so pretty long ago. Since week 10, Russell Gage is actually wide receiver 18 on the year. That's not bad numbers. I'm going to bring it down to 12 real quick. So week 12 to now. So from week 12 to now, the last 3 weeks, he's been wide receiver 8. That's pretty damn good for someone coming out of nowhere. So for me, I'm liking Russell Gage a little bit. So I would use him if you have the opportunity to. This is a really good matchup. OBJ, 6,600 versus Minnesota. That's not a bad matchup in my opinion either. I think they have really weak. I know they have really weak corners in Minnesota, and OBJ can take advantage of that. I think they're looking to win today. If the Rams win today, they clinch a spot and take over the division. So for me, that's because Arizona lost yesterday. So for me, that's a big deal. So they will be doing that. Marvin Jones, $5,600 against the Jets. That's a steal, in my opinion. You should be targeting him as well as Laquan Treadwell, $5,300 against the Jets. Pick on those matchups. Go for it. Josh Palmer, $4,900 against the Texans. Mike Williams and Jalen Guyton are both out with COVID. You also have Donald Parham, who is recovering from a concussion and out for the year. For me, those guys, Josh Palmer is one of the better rookies this year. Be aware. They are doing well. So make sure you pick them up. Those are really good wide receiver options. So we have some questions coming in the chat. We have Patrick going Kansas City D or Bills D. That's a great question. I think I'm going to lean more towards Kansas City. And the only reason why I say that is because Ben is horrible. Ben likes to stick in the pocket, even though he's one of the quicker releasers. If you cover the guys in man-to-man and you just go at him, he's just a freaking tree, and he just stands there. So I just think that Kansas City can take advantage of it. I know they lost a couple guys on defense, like Nick Bolton, who's one of their star rookie linebackers. He will be out for this game. But I think that they have enough pieces that can, make it work. They have Melvin Ingram and Chris Johnson, who have been killing it on that front line. I think they're going to do fine. So I would go there. Drunk Squidward said, could be a snowy game between the Seahawks and the Bears. They play in Seattle. Oh, I didn't know that. So thank you for letting me be aware of that. If your question involved, who was it? You were asking me about, sorry, I'm just scrolling through here. No, you didn't ask me about that game. Okay. So, yeah. Patrick goes, I have McPherson starting kicking. Got rid of Boswell. Great idea. Friend of mine, the guy I'm facing actually did that. Picked him up. I thought he was going to go for Young Wei Koo, but he went with McPherson. Not a bad choice. I would have went Koo just because it's indoors. Any kicker you can get indoors this next few days is worth picking up. Tyler, what's going on, man? Hope everything's going well. He's asking Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, or Ronald Jones, also Metcalf and Antonio Brown. So how many am I picking from this? And is everyone available to pick from? Are these flex or just wide or running backs? Let me know what the the situation is. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 1. I like Zeke and Ronald Jones in this situation. I do like Pollard as well, but if you got to go with one, it's kind of hard to not pass up on Ezekiel Elliott. So just letting you know. So let me know so I can kind of help you out. Patrick, watch out for the Colts. They are getting hot. I love the Colts. I'm a Giants fan. I have to live with what they're doing, but since for me, I think I'm going to go with I'm going to be rooting for the Colts for this year. Hopefully they do well. Squidward is saying it's already snowing, 7 inches already on the floor. Is Jason Myers worth starting in cold, snowy weather? No. Give me your other options. Tell me who's available on your waiver wire. I will try to give you the best option available that I can. And I will tell you the ones that you're going to really want to look for are, give me 1 second to change my week. You're going to want to look for Young Wei Koo. You're going to want to look for Gano or Elliott. You're going to want to look for, I don't like Fairbairn, but if you have to, you have to. I forgot who Los Angeles has at the moment. I know they had Badgley. Whoever is the Los Angeles kicker. Daniel Carlson or Brandon McManus. Whoever's kick. Oh, Greg Zuerlein or Hopkins, I think it is for the Washington football team, or Jason Sanders. I would go with probably one of those guys. Oh, so we got Boswell or Elliott. I'd probably go Elliott. So go Elliott. Better matchup, better kicking conditions. Let me just take a look at the link real quick, see what the weather is over there, right here on the East Coast. So, Lincoln Financial. Oh, wait. There we go. So, it's 50. Good for them. So it's 50 degrees. Yeah, go with Elliott. They got a nice day out in Philly. It's 9-mile-an-hour winds, 18-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's not bad at all compared. It's like going golfing and you get that. It's kind of my favorite. So, Patrick saying, let me know how to give to St. Jude's. If I win the league, going to give a donation since you guys helped me out. Thanks, man. We really do appreciate that. We, like I said, if you get a sleeper account, it's a app. If you don't have it, please join the sleeper channel and then just reach out to me on there. My sleeper handle is right here. There we go. Right here. You can reach out to me there and I'll be more than happy to get you in touch with the guys who helped me out or helped with getting it to St. Jude's. I'm pretty sure there's definitely anywhere that you can go on St. Jude's website. They more than likely have something where you can donate. So let us know if you do that and join the community. It's a wonderful community. It's not just me. I'm glad that Patrick, me and you have formed a great bond this year being a part of this show. So for me, I appreciate you being here every week. I always have great conversations with you and others as well. So please make sure you check that out. And like I said, I do a lot of injury reports and stuff so that you guys get up to the minute stuff. So check it out. We do a lot of things in that channel and a lot of people to help you. So by kickoff should and done, but good for me have Montgomery, but also have TK. Okay. Yeah, Montgomery's not a bad play. I like Montgomery. Tyler goes Pollard or Zeke or Jones, pick one. Oh, okay. That's a great question. I do. I think I might lean. Hold on, let me check my stats here. This is a very interesting question to me, just because it's a very rare question. Let me see. Carolina, where are you? They're 8th, 13th. Panthers giving up more attempts, giving up only 15 points. So they're both roughly giving up 15 points to the running back. Miles Sanders put up, I think, 131 yards last time and a touchdown against them. So that's kind of making me feel like Elliott can do that against them. They're a little banged up. I like Ronald Jones, though. He's the only kind of run in town. I like his upside. If you want a safer floor, I would go Elliott. If you want boom, I would go Jones. That's how I'm going to put that. I'm very in between. These guys are going to probably, I haven't finished my rankings. They're going to be about neck and neck with one another, just because of the matchups. But I don't know. I have a feeling about Jones today. I think he'll do well. I think he's trying to show them, hey, I'm here too. And he's aware that he's the only guy. I know they picked up Bell, but Bell doesn't really matter to me. So Patrick says, typo, you know me. Yeah, I do. Tyler also asks DK Metcalf or Antonio Brown. Pick one. I like Metcalf here. But if we're hearing about the snow, I might actually, you know what? I'm going to go Antonio Brown. Snow always kind of deters me a little bit. I don't know how much. I haven't seen the field, so I'm a little shocked to hear that. So hopefully it's not too bad there. If it is snow, then I might be changing my Rashad Penny picks and making it, leaning towards Rashad Penny a little more. What's their stadium called? That's all right. I'll just go Seattle. Oh, wow. Oh, it's going to be really snowing there. Holy tamale. Oh, they only say 1 to 3. Yeah, go Metcalf. They said 1 to or 2 to 4 or 2 to 5. Really? My thing's saying less. But that's if I haven't looked at the field. So for me, it's tough to gauge this. I might go Brown just to be safe. I think Brown has a good game anyway. So I'm going to go Antonio Brown here. Neanderthal, what up, brother? Would you still start Hollywood Brown over T. Johnson with Baltimore's QB issues? I don't know if I'd start Hollywood. You're starting Mark Andrews. That's a given. Hollywood hasn't really done much. He hasn't shown me anything. I kind of like Tyler Johnson out in Tampa Bay. I think I'm going to go Tyler Johnson. I think better quarterback, better system, an okay matchup. Yeah, I'm going to go Tyler here. Drunk Squidward, Myles Gaskin or Russell Gage at the flex. Normally, I'm not even going to lie to you. Normally, I would say Gaskin without a problem. The matchup's tough. They did lose Malcolm Jenkins and Demario Davis. So I like the matchup a lot more for the running back side for the Miami. The only problem is that freaking Duke Johnson ruins it. Ruins everything about Myles Gaskin, unfortunately. Them signing him to the roster, him running 22 times. I mean, Myles Gaskin still played well last week. He got 10. They were easing him back in from COVID. I don't know if he becomes the starter or the guy that gets more touch than Duke Johnson. But the funny part is Myles Gaskin is usually good for those, third down options where they can pass it. He's, to me, an all-around, third down, 3-down back. For me, that's my opinion. But Duke Johnson showed that he did well in a good situation. I can't trust it. I think I'm going to stick with Russell Gage here. Like I said, I normally focus on the running back because they're more guaranteed to touch. But since I don't know how much Gaskin will get in touches, I think he's going to get anywhere between 10 and 12. Gage is going to get a little bit more. Well, he can do more with less. So I think I'm going to go with Russell Gage here. Like I said, he was wide receiver 8 through week 12. So from week 12 to now, he was wide receiver 8. That's pretty damn good. So, yeah, see, that's my thing too. I know that he played against the Jets. So did Gaskin, and Gaskin still didn't do well. I mean, he did okay. He didn't do great. But that's my biggest thing about this scenario is, yes, Duke did horrible, but Saints are still going to be okay. But the problem is Demario Davis makes that team makes them the run-stopping team that they are. So Frank goes, Rojo is playing. Yes. Ronald Jones is playing. He is starting. He's the one that, is there. They also have Keyshawn Vaughn and Le'Veon Bell available as well. Don't be sucked into the Le'Veon Bell news. It's not worth your time. Not worth your time. All right. So I went through quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. We're going to go tight ends real quick with daily fantasy value. We got Mark Andrews. He is at the top of the list now that Kelsey's off. He is $8,000. Probably someone you should build your team around, to be quite honest. But if you don't feel like you want to do that and you want to go kind of spend money on other guys, Dallas Goedert, $5,900 versus the Giants, not a bad option. Noah Fant, $5,600 versus the Raiders. Foster Moreau, $5,200 versus the Broncos. And Jared Cook, $5,100 versus the Texans. You also got CJ Uzman, who is $5,000 against Baltimore. So these are a couple of good options for you if you don't want to pay up. Also, some defensive options. You got Cincinnati Bengals at 3,500 versus Baltimore. That's not a bad play going against Josh Johnson. They did well against them last time. Worth a play. And then you got Atlanta, 3,800 versus Detroit going against Tim Boyle. I don't mind that matchup right there. So why not? So what we're going to do real quick, I do have some time. I got about 15 minutes left with you guys. So I figure why not make a DFS lineup with everybody here. So let me just take a quick second to get this up for you guys and we can create a lineup together. So really excited about that to get this going for today. So, don't worry about my balance. That will be up today, hopefully. So today, let's start with the quarterback. Like I said before, for those who are watching, we have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, all in this $8,000 mark. You got Justin Herbert and Matthew Stafford, all right here at 7,900. Hold on, these are usually when the Jay Glazer reports come out. Oh, so we have some big news. Marcus Mariota and Bryan Edwards are on the COVID list. I wouldn't call that big news, but still kind of good news. Well, not good news, but news for guys like Zay Jones are good options today, as well maybe Hunter Renfrow. But I like I said before, teams have been trying to shut him down a little bit, but it's only been 1 week, so we'll see. So Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, these are the guys I'm aiming for. Jalen Hurts. We have Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Cam Newton, Joe Burrow, Derek Carr. I haven't used this yet. I made a couple of lineups this morning. Yes, we have Kelsey out. We've known. Thank you, Drunk Squidward. He was out early this morning. So hopefully you got that taken care of. So I made a couple lineups today. I used guys like Matthew Stafford and I used Justin Herbert. But for today, right now, I'm going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go with Joe Burrow here. I like the matchup. He did really well against them. Oh, I got out of there. All right. That's all right. Let's use this. All right. So, like I said, let's use Joe Burrow here. I like his price. I like how we can kind of diversify a little bit. Here, I'm going to go with Jamar. Do the Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. I think I'm going to go T. Higgins to give us a little bit more room to play with. Running backs, I'm going to go with James Robinson. I love his matchup. It's hard not to take him. I'm also going to go with, I think I'm going to go Javonte Williams. I'm going to stick with Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp's a great guy to put in there. And then we're going to have to spend down a little bit. So we're going to have to kind of go down the list a little bit more than we want to probably. And I think I'm going to go grab Josh Palmer. I think we're going to go Josh Palmer at 4,900. There he is. So he'll be on the list right now, right here. That gives us 500 or 5,000 per player. Let's select the defense. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go a little bit more towards the bottom here. I think I'm going to go with Atlanta. No, you know what? I'm going to go Cincinnati. Play that particular stack. This gives me 6,000 per player. Let's flex out, or no, let's get the tight end put in and settled. If I play, let's just say I play Mark Andrews, it still gives me $5,700, which is great. I could spend down a little bit if I really want to and go with Dallas Goedert or these guys right here, but I think I'm going to stick with Mark Andrews, go with a new flex. And like I said, since I kind of paid up for those guys, I'm going to have to pay down a little bit, but that's okay. There's plenty down in the 5,700 area. Tevin Coleman, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Howard, all these guys are available. We got Marvin Jones, Tim Patrick. Oh, look who's there. Alexander Madison. And we also got Ronald Jones sitting right here. I'm going to go with Alexander Madison. I think he has more opportunity to get more touches. So that leaves us with 200 remaining. I think I like what I got here. Let me see if let's see what we can do. Maybe we can go up a little higher with our running back. Miles Sanders. No, I'm going to stick with what I like here. Stick with Javonte. So we got a good lineup set up here. I think we're going to go with this. So we got our lineup here. Joe Burrow, James Robinson, Javonte Williams, T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp, Josh Palmer, Mark Andrews, Alexander Madison, and the Cincinnati Bengals. So hopefully this lineup does well. So we'll have to wait and see. Drunk Squidward goes Scary Terry or Devontae Parker. I like Parker. Not gonna lie, I like Parker here. For me, it's a better matchup. I don't like Scary Terry, man, and especially today against Trayvon Diggs. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So hope everyone. We got another about 9 minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. I'm thinking about wrapping it up. I got a lot of questions and text from family that I got to get back to. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Would love to answer anything that you guys have. And yeah. So hope everyone's doing well. Good luck this week for everybody. Like I said, for those that are new, please make sure you guys subscribe and like the show. If you're not new to the show and you watch me every week, please make sure you guys like the show. It's very important. It helps our, statistics. It helps a lot of things with YouTube. Also makes me feel better. No, I'm kidding. So, but either way, please like the channel and like the show. I really enjoy doing this with you guys every week. It's been a really good time. I hope you guys have been successful in your leagues and are winning, and hopefully our advice or our talks have helped you get there. Like I said before, after the fantasy season, I'm looking to be back on here on Sunday mornings like we've been doing. I might be on a little bit closer towards the 11:30 minute to kind of help you guys with things like DFS. Maybe I'll do maybe 12 o'clock. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out when we get closer. But I definitely want to be here with you guys on Sunday, set you guys up so you guys can have your lineup set for daily fantasy. Fantasy's not over. Never over. Usually the only time I kind of shut it down is like right before Super Bowl. But before that, we're going to try to get you guys daily fantasy stuff, help you guys win those leagues, win some extra money. If you've already, if you won money, great. You can get more. So hopefully that helps. We got Frank asking Emmanuel Sanders or Ekimus St. Brown. Really, that's a question. Tim Boyle, I don't trust. I like Josh Allen better. It's going to be a rough matchup, though. Let me double check something for you, Frank. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. This is such hard. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go Equinus St. Brown. Or Amon St. Brown. He's got a better matchup against the Falcons, even though Tim Boyle might need to throw it. They probably had good chemistry. They were both second team guys in the beginning of the year. So I'm gonna go with Amon St. Brown. So I'd rather it be Jared Goff, but I'm going to go with St. Brown just because there's a better chance that they're going to need to pass. I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout for the Bills game, but at the same time, it's hard to trust Bill Belichick being the defensive coordinator against these guys, and it's hard to see how they're going to, shift coverages. So we'll see. They'll be able to throw today, though. So, all right. So, like I said, please make sure for those who are new, check out the channel Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're here at 9:30 Pacific. For those on the East Coast, we're here Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. So check us out. We're going to be here for the next 2 weeks. And then probably taking a break for a minute. But I will be here every Sunday morning to make sure that you guys have a daily fantasy lineup set to help you guys on. Oh, we got one more question popping in. What's going on, Kenneth? I'm really bad at names, so I'm sorry. So don't hurt me for that. Pollard, Amon St. Brown, and Goddard. Ooh, for flex. Normally I like to, if I'm going to pick from three guys that are all different positions, Goddard's not a horrible option. But I do like Pollard a little more, and I only like Pollard because he's more guaranteed a touch compared to someone like Goddard or Amon-Ra St. Brown. The situation, like, that's how I like to treat my flex spot. The only time that I won't do that is if I don't have better options behind it. And if I'm stuck with going with a wide receiver, it's only if I have three guys that are, studs. Like, I have to have three studs to be able to do that. So, Anthony going, Merry Christmas, Mike. Thanks for holding it down, brother. That's what I'm here for every Sunday. That's what I'm here. That's why I like being here. Enjoy this show. Enjoy doing everything on Sunday morning. Like I said, I would love to get us all the way down to roughly the NFC Championship game or AFC Championship game so that we have some DFS to talk about. So I would love to do that. Anthony goes, Merry Christmas to the whole Get Right community. Y'all are amazing. And you are. Thank you so much for those who are a part of the Get Right Nation at Sleeper. Like I said, if you're not already involved in the Sleeper channel, check out our Sleeper channel below. It's in the description. We have a lot of perks in there. So check them out. They're free for now until we get a little bit bigger. But make sure you guys are checking it out. We are here for you guys. We're here to help you. We hope that you've done well. We want to hear about all these, championships and things like that. So please make sure you guys check us out. Patrick going, good luck, guys. Have fun making stuffed shells today. Good luck, and I'll see you next year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody as well. We'll probably see you before that, but that's okay. Patrick, Happy New Year to you if we don't hear from you until next Sunday. Hopefully everything is going well with you and yours. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Hope everyone does well today, unless you're facing me. So good luck to everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Hopefully everything works out and you get the gift of being in the fantasy playoffs or the fantasy championships. And we will see you next week to help you with those teams as well. So good luck and farewell.